2004, lunch period. You pull out your MP3 player, and suddenly everyone knows exactly where you rank. Not because of your grades, not because of your sneakers, because of the interface in your pocket. Before we all became identical rectangles staring at identical screens, your gadgets were a social resume. And trust me, everyone was reading it. Let's start with audio. The iPod kids walked around with white earbuds like a secret society handshake. Click wheel, album art, 1,000 songs in your pocket. Meanwhile, you're over here with a stick-shaped MP3 player that runs on a single AAA battery and displays song titles in a font that looks like a microwave clock. You'd load it up with 47 songs using some sketchy software, and every time you hit shuffle, you got the same Linkin Park track 3 times in a row. The iPod kids didn't even look at you. They were too busy pretending they could afford the iTunes store. You were just happy your battery lasted longer than their smug little rechargeable one. But deep down, you knew. They won. But the humiliation wasn't just auditory, it was visual too. Welcome to the portable gaming gap. And this one hurt. The original Game Boy was a tank. Pea-green screen, built like a brick, nearly impossible to see unless you were directly under a lamp. The Game Boy Color gave you options, but you still couldn't see anything unless you were tilted toward the nearest light source like some kind of moth. Then the kid next to you flips open a Game Boy Advance SP. Front-lit screen, later backlit, rechargeable, foldable like a little clamshell of superiority. They're playing Pokemon in full color in the back of a moving car at night. You're still trying to catch the glow of a street lamp through the bus window. The hierarchy was clear. They had the future. You had eye strain. If you were the kid changing AAA batteries in your MP3 player during math class, you belong here. Drop a comment with the worst gadget you ever owned. We need to compare scars. And hit subscribe for the memories. But the real social warfare, that was happening in your pocket with your phone. If you had a Motorola Razr, you were untouchable. That metallic flip, that impossibly thin profile, the way it snapped shut after a call like you just closed a business deal. It didn't matter that the keys were flat and impossible to text on. You had the Razr. You were that person. Then there was the Sidekick. The screen swiveled, the keyboard slid out. It had AIM built in. Celebrities had them. If you showed up with a Sidekick, people assumed you had a publicist. But if you had a Nokia brick, you were texting on a number pad like you were defusing a bomb. Hey took 9 button presses. By the time you finished typing "What's up?" the conversation was over. Camera phones in 2003? If your phone had a camera, you were basically a tech journalist. It didn't matter that the photos looked like they were taken through a dirty screen door. You had a camera in your phone. That was wealth. The rest of us were still carrying around disposable Kodaks like we were on a field trip to the Grand Canyon. You take 27 pictures, wait 2 weeks to get them developed, and discover that 24 of them were your thumb. Ringtones. We need to talk about ringtones, because somehow we all agreed that spending $3 on a 15-second MIDI version of Into Club was a reasonable financial decision. Your ringtone wasn't just a sound, it was a billboard. The kids with polyphonic ringtones? Elite. The kids still rocking monophonic beeps? Might as well have been using smoke signals. And everyone had their phone on full volume all the time. Class, library, funeral, didn't matter. Because the louder your ringtone, the more important you seemed. We were basically peacocking with compressed audio files. Then the iPhone showed up. 2007. Touchscreen, no buttons, App Store. And just like that, the hierarchy collapsed. Suddenly, we all had the same thing. A black glass rectangle. Same size, same shape, same 2-year upgrade cycle. The Razr kids and the Nokia kids all became iPhone kids. We traded character for convenience, individuality for ecosystems. And yeah, it's better objectively. But sometimes I miss it. The chaos, the variety, the way you could tell someone's entire financial situation by watching them pull out their phone. We're all just staring at the same glowing slab, wondering why everything feels smooth and yet so boring. And speaking of loud, tactile tech that makes a statement, we used to hate the noise our devices made. People are paying hundreds of dollars to bring that noise back. If you miss the sound of a real machine, click right here to see why the loudest tech is making the biggest comeback.